Diego, we've got a date, mate. Not many,
Hello.
many have, but you have, mate.
Hello.
Ultimate Boxer.
Yeah, we have a new day to define, new opportunity for me. So much happy because after the lockdown, I was a little bit depressed. Thank God I have Martin with me because after 4 months, I just wanted to quit. I don't want to keep in boxing, and he always showed me the words and tell me the words to never quit. So if I'm here today, it's because Martin didn't let me quit. So I'm happy to have this opportunity for me because it means a lot. Because last year I finished in the best moment of my career, winning Contender VIP, being in the top rank of British boxing, and then this situation about COVID-19 just make me feel down. I'm feeling like I was absolutely failure after I did everything what I did last year. But thanks to God, everything back to normal now. Happy days for me.
But I've been down here today, and you look in fine shape. We're 5 weeks away. I think it was 5 weeks yesterday. As I was speaking to Charlie Schofield, another guy who's in the competition, another VIP fighter, and he looks very similar to you. You both look like you could fight tomorrow, both of you.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming for Oliver, Jim. Welcome. And yeah, Charlie is a different fighter than me, and we both.
Well, that's a good thing in this tournament. It's no longer the 8-man tournament that it should have been back in. I think it was eventually rearranged for April, wasn't it, last year? This year, sorry. And it was going to be 8. Now we're down to 4, but 4 people with all totally different styles and statures as well. You've got Charlie, 6'5". Zach Telly, I think he's about 6'1", 6'2". I think you're probably going to be the smallest of the bunch.
I don't mind. I know in this, I will never be the favorite to win a fight in here, but...
But you say that, but actually on paper, you've got the highest ranking out of all the 4 fighters in there, because you're ranked number 9 in the light heavyweights. And I think both Zach Chelly and Charlie Schofield are ranked in the super middleweights. And you've got Ben Ridings, who I've never met before, but he's ranked as a middleweight. So actually on paper, your 7-0 record, and when you consider some of those guys that you've got on your record, like Boris, I think he's ranked 1 place behind you, isn't he? He's ranked number 10 there. You could be the dark horse.
No, I don't take this. It's just a number. I just take it like a number. I like to be the underdog, and I prepare for the situation like I am the underdog. So that motivates me a little bit more to get more strength, more power to go to the competition.
More power?
Yeah, more power. more power.
You've 7 wins with 5 KOs, mate. No, that's pretty good power, that.
It's not enough. Oliver always told me it's never enough.
Well, it might be though. It might be even more power now, because coming down from light heavyweight to super middleweight, which you've always said you were never a light heavyweight, that's always been the thing, and you always talked about the possibility of maybe even a middleweight. So super middleweight could be your new perfect weight, couldn't it?
It is. As I told you, I think our first interview when I signed contract with VIP, my story started with Craig Bunn. I was fighting Craig Bunn as a middleweight because the week earlier I was supposed to be fighting in middleweight, and then I fight in light heavy against Craig Bunn. But I was 77 kilos, and this situation is basically the same. So people are gonna see the first Diego, the beginning of his career, because after Craig Bunn fight, as I told you, I was catching fights because nobody wanted to fight me as a super middle. I have to fight in light heavyweight, and sometimes even in cruiserweight. I have to catch fights to be a fighter. So for me, this is the opportunities I always wanted, because I don't have to give up chances or advantage to anybody.
So you feel this is the night we're going to see the best Diego Costa?
Definitely, 100%. I focus on it, and we're working on it, and not many boxers can train in my level and can fight in my level, because what important about boxer is how you perform under the pressure. Well, in my whole life, from the day 1 of my career, I've been fighting in the high level.
Yes,
can this guy fight in the same level? Well, we see. I'm not saying anything wrong about it.
Well, out of the other 3 opponents, which one would you prefer to meet in the semi-final?
doesn't matter to me. The only boxer who worries me is myself.
I think that's a great mindset to go into a fight with.
I'm not
Make
going
them worry about you, and you don't have to worry about them.
Exactly. The only thing that was worrying me is myself, the way I prepare the fight. And right now, as I said to you last year, the only person who really worries me is myself.
The problem with preparing for these type of fights is it's not the way you would normally prepare for a fight, because you're now preparing for a sprint. You know, 3-minute rounds. It's going back to your old amateur days. Will that suit you?
Definitely 100%. If you see my style, aggressive, powerful, and this is perfect for me.
Yeah.
Because you cannot wait and waste your time in this kind of competition. You have to go for the rounds and not waste a second. And this is favors me, absolutely favors me.
Because once I met your career started with a bang, because you had those two really exciting fights. A guy you shouldn't have beaten, you mentioned him before, Craig Bunn. This kid, I think, was 9-1.
No, 9-0.
9-0 was it?
It was 9-0, 1 draw.
That was it, 9-0-1, sorry. And so he was unbeaten, very good amateur. You were brought in basically for him to get a win back on after, I think he'd had a couple of years out of the game, hadn't he? And you were just brought in there to certainly not win. And I think you stopped him, was it first or second round?
First round.
And then you had that, I know your coaches won't say that, but I can say it because I was a fan watching it. that fight with Greg ONeill, was it? Oh,
was Greg ONeill. It was a great fight. I have a good friend who is...
He's a big man in.
Yes, it is. But that was not the perfect fight for my coaches, but for the fans. I understand, because I entered in a game plan for Greg ONeill. He came to a fight and I didn't box. I was engaged for a fight. I should box. But I understand people, even today, people ask me, wow, Diego, what a fight with Greg ONeill. And I say, oh no. The worst fight what I did as a pro, because I've been down twice and people love that fight.
People love adversity. So
yeah, it is.
From the brink of the edge, and to do it in the style that he did was brilliant. And then I think, was it our first fight under the VIP? Was that junior?
Yeah, it was my fifth professional fight. Yes.
Was that the first round?
In my comeback. It was in my comeback. Yeah. number five. Yeah. Definitely.
So, like you say, you've had a pretty exciting career already, and like I say, already winning a similar tournament, you know, in the VIP contender, which you mentioned before. So realistically, I think the fans are in for a bit of a treat, because I know you believe you're going to win, but I believe the other three people believe they're going to win, and you're all totally different styles. None of them you can say, oh well, his style will suit him or he will suit that, because you're all totally different.
That's what's going to be the beautiful about this competition, because we both different styles, we both with ideas, with everything is coming in its place. So it's going to be a fantastic night of boxing.
You can't prepare for anyone, you have to prepare for everyone.
You have to be ready.
Well, because the draw isn't being done until the day before. So the day before you actually find out who you're going to fight. And with everyone being so different, it makes it so hard to prepare for this. So I presume you just got to make sure you're just the best you, and not really worry about who your opponent's going to be.
Exactly. That's what I'm doing with working with my trainer, my coach, Thomas and Humphrey. We're working for ourselves. We're working to show the best Diego I always promise to the fans. They like knockouts, I can give them everything what they want. So, and I'm ready for it.
Do you think if everything goes the way you want it to go in this tournament and you win, do you feel 2021 is a year where you can really break through onto the big scene?
I don't want to say anything about it, because every time when I say something about the future, something dramatically happened. So I'm not going to say anything because exactly, finger crossed, because this year I say it's going to be my best year, and then COVID-19 coming to our lives. So I just finger crossed everything going in its way, and I can keep doing my career. I can do what I love for boxing.
Obviously, I'm biased. We've got two VIP. We've got you. We've got Charlie Schofield in it. So I'd love you two to be drawn separately, and hopefully you both come through the semi-finals, you meet in the final, and then it's a win-win situation for VIP.
I don't have any favorite to fight, but obviously I know Charlie is a VIP fighter, so I support. I hope we're not crossing the semi-final, we can see in the final. And 2 VIP fighters in the final.
What's even better about this is you're going to have a captive audience, BT Sports, you know, the tournament that everyone loves to watch because it's always exciting. You've got a great undercard on there, you've got the kid from Love Island making his professional debut, Jack Fincham. Sorry. Yeah, so it's going to be an absolutely cracking show, and hopefully a few more people will get to know Diego Costa.
It is Dynamite time. I always say Dynamite time. It is my time. I came for a long time waiting opportunities like this. So this is the opportunity my whole life.
Well, listen, all the best.
I have nothing to lose.
And everything to gain.
Exactly.
James, man.
Fingers crossed, and everything is gonna go his way.
There you go.
Thank you very much for coming.
My pleasure, mate. My pleasure.
Absolutely a pleasure.
Good luck for the 10. Like
Thank you very much.
Hopefully it's an all VIP final.
Thank you.
Take care, mate.
See you
Bye.
soon.